Welcome to CyberCEO, wherein we talk about how our cyberbackers helped our cyber CEOs take their businesses to the next level. CyberCEO is powered by Cyberbacker, the world's leading provider of admin support services from anywhere in the world to anyone in the world. Please visit our website www.cyberbacker.com for more details. All right, another awesome day here at Cyberbacker. My name is Jello. We're back with another episode of CyberCEO. And of course, we have a very special guest on the show right now. Michelle, how are you doing today?
I am doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you very much for asking and for giving us your time. I know you're very busy. Now, to kick things off, to let you know, we have a lot of listeners who are also business owners just like you. So I need your help here. Can you introduce yourself to our audience, maybe starting off with, what's your role in the business, Michelle?
Absolutely. My name is Michelle Anderson. I am a MAPS leadership head coach. And so I have been a MAPS coach where I coach to the role of productivity coaching within the organization of Keller Williams.
Wow.
And I've been doing that for, I was one of the first productivity coaches in our company, and that was back in 2007. And then end of 2010 is when I was brought into the world of MAPS, and I've been a MAPS coach, coaching again to the role of productivity coach since then. So I'm in my 12th year with MAPS.
Wow. A lot of experience right there. And of course, a lot of people, a lot of growth-minded people that you've been talking to for years already. Now, I'm also curious to know, how long have you been with Cyberbacker, Michelle?
Well, the truth is, it feels like it's been from the beginning, and I confirmed that's probably almost since the beginning. So 2018 is when I started with Cyberbacker.
Gosh, since the start, you were already here. Now, was it your first time working with someone virtually back then, or did you have experience before?
No, it wasn't actually. Although I didn't have a ton of experience leading up to Cyberbacker, I worked with another company, and I'm pretty quick in terms of when something's working or not. And I realized pretty quickly, and probably within a couple of months at the most, that was not serving me. So I moved out of that company and straight into Cyberbacker and have never looked back.
Yes, and there now, you've been with us for 4 years with Cyberbacker. Now, how was the partnership? How is the partnership going right now with your Cyberbacker?
Oh, wow. So Sheila, who is my Cyberbacker, is amazing. And I say that on many levels. So it's going great. And I would say, if it's okay for me to speak to what's great about it, and I have found this through my time with Cyberbacker. So Sheila is my third Cyberbacker. And that doesn't mean that every year I'm changing them out. But what I've noticed with the folks that I've worked with is they themselves have grown within our own partnership, and they've gone on to do other great things in their lives. Honestly, it's been for that reason that I have moved from, my original Cyberbacker, who I believe now is often in Australia doing amazing things. But anyway, I have, each time the person I've worked with has been with me probably around a year, a little bit more. And then they themselves have grown into another opportunity, which is why I did have one quickly that I worked with. And again, like I said, I can move pretty fast. And I realized pretty quickly that wasn't going to be the partner for me. So we switched out pretty fast. But what works with Sheila is, she's very, very dedicated. And again, this is what I've noticed from anyone that I've worked with. They all come with a heart to serve. If I speak about Sheila directly, she has definitely got my best interest at heart for her. She anticipates things, which is really important to me. And so I feel like we're running at a pretty fast speed, Sheila and I, and she's been with me a little over a year now. I don't expect her to go anywhere, although I understand that as she grows, I would only want more opportunity for her. And if that doesn't happen, then I don't want her going anywhere.
There we go. But again, you've been a part of their growth, of course, our Cyberbackers there. And that's something that, of course, somewhat melts your heart right there. There's like a good feeling that you were a part of their growth as well, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Yes.
I would agree.
Now, you've been with Cyberbacker since the start. What came to your mind when you first heard that word? You weren't even partnered with us, Cyberbacker.
I think probably the first thought was, what is that? Obviously, being a MAPS coach and working, 𝗙𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, being part of the MAPS community is how I started to hear about it. And then one of my really close colleagues, who I really have a lot of respect and admiration for, she hired them, I think, even before me. So I was right after that, when I already started to notice some of the things that were happening for her in her business that I just didn't have the time to do on my own. So, and the other assistant wasn't working out so great. So at first it was like, what is that? And then it was pretty quick that I realized what it was.
All right. Now compare that to right now. What does it feel like? What comes to your mind when you hear that word now, Cyberbacker?
For me, it's a trusted partner, because I really do believe Sheila is my partner in my business. In fact, oftentimes my clients will hear "we," and I'm talking about me and Sheila.
Yes.
Right. So, and
Every
even when
time.
I speak with Sheila and I say our clients, right? So she helps me with, it's our clients. So I would say partnership, trusted partnership.
Trusted partnership. Now, of course, before you went into this partnership, you would need to create somewhat of a give-up list, a set of tasks that you're going to be leveraging to your Cyberbacker. Do you remember that list? And what was originally on that list?
It was probably what is still today. So I would say, when I went in to start interviewing, I was very clear that I needed somebody that was going to own the schedule, even maybe before me, and own my emails, which would also then translate to what my calendar needs to look like, or my schedule would need to look like, just based on email. So those are two primary components that I wanted, and I still expect today. But what I would say, what I didn't anticipate that I got from my very first Cyberbacker to Sheila now, is the additional resources they brought to me. So I'll never forget my second person that I was working with at Cyberbacker. By the way, I had a great one, did a lot of really great work with me. I get to my second one, and she said, "May I ask you a question? You won't be offended." And right there, I was like, oh, she's got my attention. I said, "Yes, what is it?" And she said, "May I change some of what you're doing, because I think you could be more efficient and more effective if we do it a different way."
Oh,
And
wow.
I loved that. I loved that. So that's the other thing. And I think based on the way that the Cyberbackers are trained, certainly if they come to anybody out there that's going to hire one, if they come to you and they've had experience with other coaches or with other agents or with other, with other clients, they're going to bring to you some of that experience. And that's what that one did with me. She just said, "Hey, this would be more effective and more efficient." And she was right.
Yes, imagine that.
So,
Gosh. So
yeah.
open communication is really part of this partnership, right?
Huge.
Because right there, open communication.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how was the hiring process with Cyberbacker? Because you went through that, of course. And
I
how
did.
did you know, and how did you find your perfect fit? How did you find a perfect Cyberbacker for you?
So this is probably unique to me. So I wouldn't put this on anyone. I mean, obviously, you have a short window. You get a lot of information from Cyberbacker, right? I can look at certain things, and then I get this short window to interact with this person. For me, this is why I'm saying I'm not going to put this on anyone else. It was really a feeling for me, and my feeling is paid off with every one of those hires. So I'm looking for a certain energy. And I understand that people are going to come to this call in an interview with probably, some angst or some nervousness, so I would take that into consideration. But really, for me, it's energy. I'm looking for somebody that I think can match my energy, and even maybe, anyway, I was looking for energy. And so I was able to see that in each one of them. The one where I hired and I didn't keep that person, honestly, I didn't have that same feeling. It was something else that made me hire that person. And in the end, it wasn't the right fit for me.
Gotcha. So really the feeling right there is
For
very
me, it was
important too.
feeling of energy.
Feeling.
It was an energy thing.
Gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha. Now, of course, I'd like to know too, you've been with us for a while now, and I'd like to know how your, let's say, professional and your personal lifestyle changed after getting partnered with Cyberbacker. Maybe we can start with the professional lifestyle first.
I would say that my clients experienced a difference. So having this person who was able to do things that, number one, I might have a thought to do it. I don't have the creativity to carry it out, which is, I've been really blessed each time that people are really good with like media, with social media, or with graphics, or with design, with marketing, with utilizing command and those things. They were able to make a difference for my clients, which then translated a difference for me. So for example, the recap forms, or we have a certain, what we call our coaching hub, that started with my very first Cyberbacker and has just gotten better with each Cyberbacker I've had. So the experience my clients have is very organized. The experience my client has is there's higher accountability for them. Because remember, my clients are coaches they're productivity coaches. So they're experiencing, there's things that don't fall off the radar because I have that other set of eyes or a system in place so that we don't forget things. So I would say professionally, my clients have experienced a much smoother, more organized relationship with me. Personally, I just know how much time I've gotten back, and not only time because of what the tasks are that the Cyberbacker is doing, but also peace of mind, knowing that when I'm off, I'm off. And I'm very good about the boundaries around being in business and my personal life. And so with my Cyberbacker now, I'm able to work a 4-day work week. I don't do coaching on Fridays. I work 4 days a week with my Cyberbacker, and then we're off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I don't think about all the things that haven't been done or what I still need to do, because we have got a great system together. And I know that when Thursday comes and the autoresponder goes on, we're good to go until Monday.
There we go. Gosh, imagine 4-day work week now is really settled with your Cyberbacker. But before you got partnered with Cyberbacker, usually that would be a 5-day week.
Oh, 5-day week, working on the weekends, working at night. Yeah. And anybody out there that doesn't have that leverage and that assistant, they know exactly what that is. It's a 7-day work week in a lot of cases. So
yes, I agree with you there. Now, I'd like to know more about your Cyberbacker, and I'm going to put you in the hot seat here. This is going to be my last question. Now, I'd like to know, what's the best part about your Cyberbacker?
That's hard to narrow down. I'm just going to say that I believe as a human, she cares so deeply about people, and that matters most to me, because I know she cares about our clients like I care about clients. And that's really important to me. So I would say that's one of her. And then if I give another one, it's because she's able to create, she takes her creative genius and she pluses the things that we do. So I might be in a conversation with somebody and they might say, so let's say I give a model, something that just came out of my head, that I'm talking to another coach and I'm saying, hey, what if we did it like this, this, and this? Or if, let's say that came up between us, then Sheila will already have a graphic designed for me that I can now present in future calls. Like, I won't have to be asked again, because now she's actually taken what I've said or something I've come up with, and she's put it into some kind of a graphic where they now have that. We have a resource library for our clients that has so many things in it, and Sheila's constantly updating that. And like I said, creating these kinds of things and putting it in there for our clients.
Gosh, right there. She's equally invested in your success as you are to hers, of course. And we here at Cyberbacker are very, very excited to see where this partnership is going to lead to for more years to come. Michelle, thank you very much for being on the show today.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Thank you for listening to our daily dose of CyberCEO. Stay tuned to know more about how Cyberbacker creates a difference in this digital time and age. You can visit our website www.cyberbacker.com and follow our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Spotify.